good day to each and everyone. So let's have the practice part of the chapter activity. So, can anyone question me?
Hi, Miss. I would like to ask, how is Mrs. Jones benefiting from her experience as a teacher at the multi-grade school?
Mrs. Jones, multi-grade teacher was not easy. She was not just a multi-grade teacher, but also a cook, a driver, the head teacher, a secretary, and a parent as well. Working in one teacher school made her flexible for her to easily adapt with her environment. It improves her, not just her skills, but as well as develop a strong community relationship and strengthen learner-teacher relationship.
Right, thank you for that.
So now I would like to ask a question to Miss Liza Mavel. So imagine that you were Mrs. Jones. How would you use the advantages of multi-grade teaching to make your workload lighter?
Thank you for that wonderful question, Miss Jessa. So a multi-grade class has a lot of advantage. One of advantages is to make the workload lighter for the teacher. If I were Mrs. Jones, I would let the learners learn like they were peers, like groupings, or pairing them to learners which are older than them. It's like putting the responsibility on the learners more by encouraging peer learning. Another thing is that as a teacher, you need to increase community involvement in which you can ask some help from the parents. Some parents can also have skills and knowledge that they can share with learners and that they know their child better than me. Thus, my work as a teacher will be lighter. And lastly, inviting parents to participate in the classroom activities can be a positive way of addressing issues as discipline and the general well-being of the learners. And now, let me ask Michelle. So, here is your question. State the factors contributing to the existence of some of the multi-grade school in your area.
Thank you for that, Miss Liza. Factors that contribute to the existence of some multi-grade classes include the following. First things first, geographical location. Second, political factors. Third, cultural factors. And lastly, social economic factors. Thank you for the question, Miss Liza. Now, now I would like to ask Miss Daphne. Okay, so Miss Daphne, what are the similarities among these case studied in the manner in which multi-grade teaching is practiced?
Okay, thank you for that. So the first one is all case studies above are about teaching in a multi-grade class. The second one, schools are located in isolated areas that are far from the main road or urban area. The third one, lack of school resources, facilities, and funds. The fourth one, scarcity of teachers. And the last one, teacher handling a multi-grade class experience quite a burden. Thank you.
Second question, Miss Daphne, what are the differences in how multi-grade teaching is practiced in these countries?
Okay, again, thank you for that. So, the first one is some of the teachers are trained, but There are others or not. The second one case study has a strong school community relationship while the two case study doesn't have because the community are very poor and parents are not active due to their life situation. The third one, two case study shows that the school are about 20 kilometers away from the village while one school shows 120 away from the main road. Thank you. So now, in this portion, I want Glenn to discuss why you think multi-grade teaching would most likely be the only type of schooling available in these communities.
May I interrupt? We have forgotten the number two. So, Michelle, I would like you to answer or give me the needed. So, in two columns, list what you think are major benefits of multi-grade teaching, both to the teacher and to the learner. So, can you flash it, Miss?
Thank you for reiterating the question, Miss Jessa. Okay, so give me time to share my screen to you. Okay, so thank you for that. Okay, sharing with you guys are or is a table that contains two columns. The first column talks about the teacher. The second column talks about the learner. So, as flash on the screen, these are the following factors or lists in which teachers are benefited from in having multi-grade school or classes. On the second half of the column, you can see that there's a name learner there. Therefore, those on those lists is the benefits or are the benefits of having multi-grade classroom for the sake of the learners. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Miss. So let's proceed to the next question.
So in this portion again, so I want Glenn to discuss why you think multi-grade teaching would most likely be the only type of schooling available in these communities.
So thank you for that question. The communities are located in remote areas which are hard to reach places. Providing support for these areas will be hard, and the community cannot provide the funds needed to build more facilities. Having multi-grade classes are the project community with multi-grade teaching exists because many children who are living far from the urban places cannot afford to go to or all that is why the government set kind of education. One the reason of this is that the community cannot afford to hire one teacher per grade because they have no funds for support. So teachers accumulate to deal with multi-grade teaching. Another reason of having a multi-grade is the geographical location in which some need to cross river to attend classes which are dangerous and some live on mountainous areas which are kilometers away from the school. Actually, it is that the government has set student or teacher ratio that the local communities cannot meet. So that's all. Thank you.
Job well done, guys. So thank you for answering the questions.